Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hari Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. So, sometimes I see devotees who they're enamored or bewildered or distracted by some idea of who they used to be. Like sometimes if someone has a near-death experience, they just get caught up in that. They can't get beyond it. And they just have these flashbacks, this extraordinary experience. And that's just in this life. And sometimes people have some experience in a previous life and they start to get some recall. And they're like totally caught up in it. They can't stop thinking about it. So they have to work through all that stuff because the soul is eternal and we've had every single one of the 8,400,000 species. We've been through them all. It's called the cycle of samsara, the cycle of birth and death. We've gone all the way from the little microbe up to the king, king of the heavenly planets, and everything in between. We've experienced it all, at least once. I mean, we've gone through the whole thing at least once, maybe more times. So now we've got the human form. We have an opportunity to get out of the cycle of birth and death. No more higher planets, lower planets. And in one sense, it can be very helpful to have had, to be aware of some incredible experience like that. A previous life, or in this life, a near-death experience. It just reaffirms that there's something more than just eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, hopping around on all fours. But there's more. There's more to go. Sometimes it feels like if I'm talking with someone like that that's had one of these experiences and they're kind of caught up in it, like it's like I had this, I did this, I did that, wow, wow, you know. So it kind of reminds me of like there's some people in jail, and they're sitting around talking about, they're in jail, they're serving time in jail, and one of the prisoners is saying, yeah, I had this huge boat, and I went all around the world in this boat. Yeah, I really did that. I did. And then one of the other prisoners says, yeah, I was the president of a company, and we had billions of dollars worth. Our company was net worth was huge, and there were thousands and thousands of employees, and I was the president. I was the president. I did that. But they're sitting in jail. That's gone. Or, yeah, someone could have been a lizard in the last life, you know. But that's gone too. It can be reassuring to have some awareness of some past thing that was, I mean, it can be, it kind of reaffirms, you know, we're not these bodies, you know, things are temporary, because where is it now? It's gone, right? So that's good. It's good like that. It's helpful. But where's Krishna? Where's Krishna? Where is Krishna? Right now, in the present moment. That's the past. It's gone. Where's Krishna now? Right now. The eternal present. Prisoners sitting in jail, all excited about their past life. Serving time now. Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna sends help. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Purvani Pracharine Vishesha Sunyavadi Vaskacha Disakare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Prabhupada, Vatsāsura, Paramahansa Kacharya, Vatsāsura Santa Shinshiman, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhya evcha patitanam pavinibhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. So, killing the demons, Vatsāsura and Bakāsura. These are the childhood pastimes of Krishna, summary study of the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, the sons of the demigods were liberated from their tree bodies. And, okay, there's going to be an interruption here. It's an automated system. It's an automated monitoring system. It just lasts for a minute or two.
Pendant number 1 is not in communication.
I can't turn it off because it runs on a battery. Even if I unplug it, it runs on a battery. So it just has to do its thing and then it's gone. It's very annoying. Krishna, there's no place in the material world you can really be peaceful. Not really. Even you go to some isolated island somewhere, a plane flies overhead. And there's the cuckoo clock. Krishna, all right already. All right, okay, Hare Krishna. Bye. Right. So back to Krishna's childhood pastimes. One day, a fruit vendor came before the house of Nanda Maharaj. Upon hearing the vendor call, "If anyone wants fruits, please come and take them from me." Child Krishna immediately took some grains in his palm and went to get fruits in exchange. In those days, exchange was by barter. Therefore, Krishna might have seen his parents exchange fruits and other things by bartering grains. So he imitated. But his palms were very small, and he was not very careful to hold them tight. So he was dropping the grains. The vendor who came to sell fruit saw this and was very much captivated by the beauty of the Lord. So he immediately accepted whatever few grains were left in his palm and filled his hands with fruits. In the meantime, the vendor saw that his whole basket of fruit had become filled with jewels. The Lord is the bestower of all benediction. If someone gives something to the Lord, he's not the loser. He's the gainer by 1,000,000 times. One day, Lord Krishna, the liberator of the twin Arjuna trees, was playing with Balaram and the other children on the bank of the Yamuna. And because it was already late in the morning, Rohini, the mother of Balaram, went to call them back home. But Balaram and Krishna were so engrossed in playing with their friends, they did not wish to come back. They just engaged themselves in playing more and more. When Rohini was unable to take them back home, she went home and sent Mother Yasoda to call them again. Mother Yasoda was so affectionate toward her son that as soon as she came out to call him back home, her breast filled with milk. She loudly cried, "My dear child, please come back home. Your time for lunch has already passed." She then said, "My dear Krishna, oh my dear lotus-eyed child, please come and suck my breast." You have played enough. You must be very hungry, my dear little child. You must be tired from playing for so long. She also addressed Balaram thus, my dear, the glory of your family, please come back with your younger brother Krishna immediately. You have engaged in playing since morning. You must be very tired. Please come back. Take your lunch at home. Your father Nandaraj is waiting for you. He has to eat, so you must come back so that he can eat. As soon as Krishna and Balaram heard that Nanda Maharaj was waiting for them and could not take his food in their absence, they started to return. Their other playmates complained, Krishna is leaving us just at the point when our playing is at the summit. Next time we shall not allow him to leave. His playmates then threatened not to allow him to play with them again. Krishna became afraid, and instead of going back home, he went back again to play with the boys. At that time, Mother Yasoda scolded the children and told Krishna, my dear Krishna, do you think that you are a street boy? You have no home? Please, come back to your home. I see that your body has become very dirty from playing since early morning. Now come home, take your bath. Besides, today is your birthday ceremony. Therefore you should come back home and give cows in charity to the brahmanas. Don't you see how your playmates are decorated with ornaments by their mothers? You should also be cleansed and decorated with nice dress and ornaments. Please, therefore come back. Take your bath, dress yourself nicely, and then again you may go on playing. In this way, Yasoda called back Lord Krishna and Balaram, who are worshipable by great demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. She was thinking of them as her children. When Mother Yasoda's children, Krishna and Balaram, came home, she bathed them very nicely and dressed them with ornaments. She then called for the brahmanas, and through her children she gave many cows in charity for the occasion of Krishna's birthday. In this way she performed the birthday ceremony of Krishna at home. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.